Water, one of life's basic necessities. It is used for drinking, bathing, cooking, cleaning, and landscaping. Unfortunately, there is a water crisis taking place. By looking at any map or globe, you probably think I'm insane for telling you that there's a water crisis occurring. You may be thinking it's impossible based on all the water surrounding the land. Sadly, 99% of that water is unusable for our needs. This 1% is all the fresh water that must sustain the entire population of animals and plants. Although this 1% is enough to sustain our population, 1 billion people all over the world do not have access to fresh water. That's 1 in 7 people. And this number is increasing drastically. It is predicted that by 2025, half of the world's population will be facing water vulnerability. This issue is most paramount in developing countries. Let's take a trip to East Africa, where we can see just how severe this crisis is. Here, life is much different than what we are used to in North America. People are unable to simply turn on a tap when they are thirsty. They don't have a tap. Instead, women and children have to walk immense distances, usually over 3 hours a day, to get water from the nearest swamp, pond, or river. This journey is no walk in the park either. Imagine walking for hours with 40 pounds laying on your back. That's equivalent to 4 sacks of potatoes. All that hard work for what? 20 liters of water that has been out in the open, exposed to so many germs. Where water comes from the same pond used by animals to drink, for women to wash their clothes, and to bathe their families. Now that you have an understanding of the conditions surrounding water, we can begin to discover why there is a crisis occurring. You see, it begins with water, but it affects so many other aspects of life, like education, health, women and children, and poverty. Because the journey to get water is so time-consuming, this means that for many children, there's not much of an opportunity to get an education. And here is where the cycle of poverty begins. Time spent collecting water is not only time where women and children cannot learn, but women are unable to care for their families or gain an income. It seems that if we solve the water issues in places like East Africa, we will be able to end the cycle of poverty, where instead of walking for hours a day, children can attend school. Women would be able to focus on gaining an income, which can be used to better the health standards of the family. If only solving this crisis was quick and simple. But there is something we can do to help, right here, right now. It begins with awareness. You see, if I told you that on average, a family in Kenya uses 80 liters of water a day, you'd probably think, 80, huh? That seems like plenty to me. But if we were to compare that to here in North America, where an average person uses 320 liters of water a day, you may start to think otherwise. Do you think that this amount of 320 liters is improbable? Guess again. A 5-minute shower uses 100 liters of water. That means if you are living in these conditions in East Africa, you would have to embark on 5 walks for a 5-minute shower. This is similar for other day-to-day activities. One toilet flush uses 15 to 20 liters of water. That's 1 walk. Leaving the tap on while you wash your hands or brush your teeth, 20 liters of water, 1 walk. And doing 1 load of laundry, 225 liters of water. That's 21 walks. Now that you are aware of the issues, here's what you can do, and it's simple. Cut back on water use. For example, turn off the tap when you're washing your hands. Only do laundry when you have a full load, and take staggered showers. While watching this video, you have probably thought, if we use less water here in Canada, it will definitely not provide more water for people living through this crisis. And you're right, it doesn't. But after awareness comes respect. Once respect gets into our psychology, it becomes what we talk about. It becomes our actions, and then it becomes movements. It is completely possible to provide fresh water for the entire population. Estimates say it would require $9 billion. Seems silly that bottled water is a $48 billion industry, providing water to people that have perfectly clean, if not cleaner water pumped right to their homes. So now, it's up to you. Share your knowledge of this issue with others. Make the changes in your own daily lives, and in turn, we can start a movement and provide positive change. A change that will better the lives of billions all over this wonderful world.